So hello guys, we are back again with another video, the second video of the series. Now in this video, we'll be checking out this blank report option. So let's just go ahead, click on it. And once you click on the blank report, you will get this screen wherein you will see the canvas here has already been set to a default size, to a default resolution, right? So that's one thing. Now just in case if you are wondering that okay, I'll have to like zoom out to see the borders actually, then just hold the control key on the keyboard and scroll backwards, right, you can just zoom out like that, and just do that with the scrolling in on the mouse, and then you will just zoom in. Right now, suppose you are caught up in this situation wherein you don't know how much zoom in, zoom out have you done, and you just have to get your actual default layout back. Just click on fit to which, and then you are good to go again, right? So that's one thing. Now coming up to the next thing, these are all the visuals, right? So this option or this tab basically says that you have to add the visuals, right? These are all the visuals that we have. We can also import the visuals or download them through the online stores. More on it later. The first thing that I have to tell you is that this is the basically this is the format tab in the visualization pane. Yes, so basically these are the three panes. The first one is the filter pane, then the visualization, then the data pane. The data pane. So basically in the data pane you will get the data or the tables, the columns when you export or import the data, right? So that's for the data videos. The filter is also related to the data, right? You will get all the filters that will be available, the filters that you put in for the dashboard, right? So this again is for another video. Now the main thing that we'll be focusing on this one is the visualizations pane. So in the visualizations pane you can see there's this option for page information. This is the name, right? So you can change the name from here. You can set it to page 2, and then you'll see the page says page 2. You can do it the same thing, you can do it with from here. Just double click on it and just write page 3, and that's it. It's changed, right? That's simple. Moving up to the canvas settings. Now this is again a very important option. The default setting of the canvas is 16:9, which is by default the globally widely used setting, right? Canvas size. We have all these options available, the four of them, and a custom option, right? So for 4 by 3, this is what the canvas looks like. For letter, it's like that, and then for tooltip, it's quite a small one, so you don't really want to have a tooltip, right? And for the custom one, you can just change the size, right? So let's just say 720, 1980, and this is how our canvas looks like, right? So that's the canvas. Vertical alignment, you can see that it's already aligned the top edge of the page. You can do it middle, that's not going to make any kind of a difference, right? But yeah, it's a nice thing to know, right? Now coming up to the next setting, which is the canvas background. Now the canvas background is basically just this area's background, right? So if I set this up to something like blue and then reduce the transparency, then you can see we have changed the background color, right? So this is the color, and now if you want to have an image, then you can just go ahead, click on browse, and select any image that you want, and ta-da, the image has been set as your background. Now as you can see right now that both the image and the color, they are getting affected by the transparency. So that's because the canvas background has kind of a transparency which does not allow separate kind of sliders for image and colors, right? So if you change the transparency, thinking that okay, I have to change, like I have to make this color, the color of this car more like bluish shade, right? So it's not the background color that you have to change. You can just go ahead, click white here, increase the transparency a bit, and then go ahead and choose the wallpaper. Then go ahead and do this, right? So that's how you get a bluish shade of the image, right? So coming up back to this now, as okay, let me just revert it back. Yeah, so as you can see that still we can see these blue background, this blue background, even though we have our image already set as the background. Now, in order to get rid of this, you just have to change the fit of the image. Now, you can try different ones. This won't really work many of the times because it squeezes the image based on the minimum dimension that it finds matching to the canvas. So that's kind of a weird option. Now, the second one, that's the fill one. It's the best option that is going to work 99% of the time, right? So what it does is it zooms in or zooms out of the image so that it can actually just fit in over the whole canvas, right? So this is all about the canvas background. Now the wallpaper, as I said, let's do this, right? So this is for the color if you want, right? Again, we have an option for the image. You can do it again. The image can be like applied as the wallpaper. You can do it a fill, and then you can see even if you like zoom in, zoom out, the image is not going to change, right? So that's another thing. Now let's go ahead and do this. Transparency is 100%. So this is how you can just go about and play with these settings, right? You can just get the kind of like, what should I say, an angle or something, the spot that you want through these settings, right? Let me just do it like this for now and remove it. Now yeah, so I forgot one thing, the transparency option, right? You can like change the transparency of wallpapers as well, right? All right, there you go. You don't want the blue backgrounds, kind of shag. Alright, so next up it's the filter pane. Filter pane is all the settings for the filter pane option. It's for this area. So if you want the text to be orange, you can do this. If you want it to be pink, you can do that. Right? I just keep it black. Input box. Like currently there's no input box, so you don't you won't see any change, right? Headers, again, the header size will change, right? This is going to like increase the font size basically. Search box, again, the search box size, this font size is going to change, right? So these are the settings that you won't be actually changing a lot, right? They don't really make that big of a difference when you are presenting or publishing a dashboard, right? Again, the background we have the background. Let's do that. But yeah, as I said, you won't be changing them more often. So yeah, that's one thing. Now for filter cards, for these cards, so let's okay, so we can't really like show it right now because we don't have the data here. So yeah, so what it will do is once you get the data and you import it as a filter, then it's going to change the font size basically of that area, of that particular area, instead of changing the font size of all these things, right? So this again is a very least used, I would say, option, right, in this whole visualization pane. For the next videos, once we are done with all these things, how to get data, how to like change the view, all these things, we'll start with a data pane, right? We'll import the data and then we'll go ahead with filters, and then again we'll just go ahead and check out all these visuals that we can apply to our data, right? So that's it for this video. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye bye guys.